All right, guys, here we go, man. Today, man, we're gonna attempt to put this thermostat in. This 1994 BMW. It's a E34 525i. I haven't seen any videos online directly telling you about how to put on the thermostat. So I'm about to give you guys a review. Well, not a review. I'm about to give you a quick tutorial, and we're gonna see if we get this thing running and stop it from overheating. Okay, so what you need is, of course, you need your thermostat. Your thermostat, of course. You gotta get your gasket. You gotta have your gasket. This is for the housing up against the motor. Your grease, of course. Tools. I don't have a tension pulley bar, so what I use is I use the 1-inch wrench, just because it's wide enough to go across my belt, and it'll hold the tension and it really won't mess up your belt. So you gotta really be careful when you're doing it this way. You got a socket, got this, your screwdriver or your flathead, got your 1/4. This is for your fan belt blade. That nut is right there on your fan belt blade. My light ain't on, but it's down there. Let me come around. All right, that's that nut that's right there. This is for that right there. It's the 1 1/4 inch wrench. Love this thing. All right, then for my housing thing, I got 13 millimeter and 10 millimeter sockets with a small extension, and this is all I'm gonna need. Okay, so first we're gonna go step by step. First, we're gonna remove the hoses, which is gonna be this one. This is your hose that goes to the radiator in the E34. I don't know how it looks in other BMWs, but in mine, this is how it looks. It runs from your block there to your radiator. So you take that off, boom, come to the other side. I'm gonna show you the other one, and then you remove this one here. This hooks to the bottom of your radiator here, and it runs back up to the block right up in there. So I'm gonna pause this for a second while I get this off, and then we're gonna go from there. So y'all hold on. Okay, now that we've got those hoses removed, see there, that's where your thermostat housing is. On the E34, I just know 1994, this is a 94, this is where the housing is. Hooks there, boom, as you can see. That one you don't have to take all the way off. You can just pull it back out of the way. That way, you can give yourself some space, give yourself some room. So I'm gonna pause for 1 second. My hood doesn't stay up on its own, so I gotta move this to the other side so I can have some room. Okay, now that I got that moved out of the way, we're gonna go and, like I say, I use my 1-inch wrench. I don't have a tension pulley bar. So what I do is what I try to do is I try to wedge that in between there. You know what I mean? Just try to get it down up in there sort of hole. Then you take your 1/4, you get it here. Okay, you get that down there. And then on my car, I'm guessing all foreigns is opposite. It's righty loosey, lefty tighty. So on this one, to take your fan belt blade off, you're gonna have to hold this tension pulley here, either like I say with the wrench or tension bar, or you can just get the kit for it. Me, I can't afford the kit, so I just use what I got. This is easy, this covers your radiator. This is your fan blade cover. Of course, I already loosened that up, so you just take that off, unloosen that. then you go from here. I can't hold it while I'm doing it, so I'm gonna pause for the calls, and hopefully I can get this off quickly, and then you guys will get the concept. All right, so let me pause it again. Give you guys a few seconds. Give me a few seconds, rather. Okay, so it was fairly easy for me because I put a water pump. Well, I had a water pump put on some years back, so that nut broke kind of easy. But make sure you have the right tool for that. This is the size. Well, this is the size for mine. 1994 E34. All right, it's simple. If it doesn't break, you just make sure you get it on there. Make sure you get a good grip, and you pull down. Pull down. Pull down towards the driver's side. As you're holding the tension that way to break it. And then from there, you can just spin it by hand. Spin it by hand. See, a lot of people don't go through this step-by-step thing, man. So it makes it fucking complicated. Boom. All right. Now I got that off. So I'm going to pause again. Pause for the calls. Give me a few seconds. Then I'll come back and I get this fan blade out of the way, fan blade cover out of the way. And that way you guys can see down in there. All right. So let me hold that down. Pause for the calls. Okay. Now that we got the fan belt out, fan belt blade, it's over there. It gives you some room to work in here. Give you some room to work. Let me see, y'all see it? I don't know if y'all can see it really, but on the top you have this big nut right here. That's my 13 millimeter. Don't know why it's bigger than all the others, but it is. This is your housing. This is what your housing will look like. This is what it looks like from the top. In the BMW 1994. You will see like the two hoses hook on each side here. This is your housing. If you need to replace the housing, I know here in North Carolina it's around $30, something like that. The thermostat was around like $24. Everything all together, it cost me like $60. This will save you a lot of money, man, if you can do this yourself. I had a quote. I don't want to get a number. I'm not going to put that guy out there, but yeah, he was trying to kill me, so I figured I'd do it myself. Yeah, like I say, the housing has 4 bolts. One here, one here, one here at the bottom, and one here on this side. So there are 4 socket bolts in here. Mine at the bottom are 10 millimeter. My left top one is a 10 millimeter, and this one's a 13. Don't know why. I guess it's for the pressure or something. I'm not really sure. But this is where I get into the sockets. And as you can see, everything is moved out. See, it doesn't take long if you really know what you're doing. And make sure that you have an extra gallon of antifreeze, because you may lose antifreeze, you may not lose antifreeze. But just in case you do, that way you can refill it, top it off, everything will be good, run smooth. Okay, so now we're gonna take the housing off and we're gonna go from there. So let's pause it for the calls. Go ahead and show y'all this while I'm breaking it. Comes loose pretty easy, you know what I mean? You gotta come up with it. Come up with it, come up with it, come up with it, come up with it, come up with it. That loosens it, right? That loosens it. So, you just come up with it. Pull it over there. See if I can try to loosen a little bit with my hand. And for some reason, this thing has to go in order like this. Well, for me, I had to do it in order. So I had to go top left, bottom right, top right. And that's what made me seal it easier. That was easier for me to line up the bolts and everything. I tried other ways, it didn't work, but that worked for me. So like I said, top left, bottom right, top right. This is when you're putting it back on. So I'm doing it like this as I'm taking it off too, so I can, kind of get it in my mind. So let's hold for a second. Let me do that and we'll be back.